and welcome to episode 8 of Humblewood. Last we left off, our adventurers went to face a ferocious foe. And in completing their task of facing this ferocious foe, this snake-like elemental creature, another rumble from the earth, and a monstrous entity, an even more ferocious elemental foe, has come to scare off the party. As they narrowly made their escape, their only task of survival was to unknowingly have their companion Trevor fend off the beast while they ran through the forest. With the flames consuming the parts of the wood it slowly merged itself into, and the fires spread, it slowly started to quench itself as the creature receded back into the scorched grove. We find our party members bruised, battered, confused, burned, covered in mud, picked up by some of the patrolling Wildwood Brigade. They find themselves contemplating what they need to do next as they slowly make their way back to the Outer Heart. So, is there anything you'd like to take care of on your journey back to the Outer Heart?
Quiet contemplation of life.
Yeah, I'm going to turn to the rest and just ask, does anyone know if there is a temple in the Outer Heart where we could maybe learn more about the gods? I could ask Susan more, but I feel like she gave me all of her knowledge.
I mean, I could come on a little bit more, but we just have a little altar over down in the roots.
Yeah, would I be aware of any temple?
Yeah, so you can essentially find different types of places of worship throughout the Outer Heart. If you want to find like the main areas, you typically would go over to like the Council Plaza, has like all of the official buildings. But if you wanted to, there are like, you can find smaller like shrines and temples to some of the certain deities around. It depends on which one you're looking for.
We're just in the forest right now, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of shape are we in? As I look around at everyone.
Battered, bruised, burned,
Yeah.
covered in mud, stumbling your way through the forest, walking over the thicket and the vines and the green.
Some of
for
us
Ash.
are still probably smoldering a bit.
Except for Ash. Ash did a little pick me up with precipitation. He looks great.
Just a-
Is anyone in need of healing? I am sorry. I am feeling exhausted, and I am sorry if I have not helped anyone with their wounds.
No. How are you doing yourself?
I am okay, physically.
That's good. So, are we just making our way straight back to the Outer Heart, or are we going to be stopping on the way? I know that there are some things we need to do in Outer Heart. I know Ash wanted to maybe find the ingredients for the resistance potion. Do we want to do both? or do we want to just head straight back to the Elder Heart?
I guess more potions are necessary. We could try and source more ingredients. Though I do have a bit of coin that we could maybe just purchase the ingredients. So it is up to you. Just a bit.
I agree. I also have quite a bit of coin, so if we wanted to skip the Mockton Fields and head straight to the Elder Heart, I would be in favor of that. Ash, is that something that you're okay with?
I mean, that's fine with me. I mean, I give all my money away, so if y'all want to spot me some money, that'd be nice.
Do you mind if
Sure.
we take just 1 minute while I try and just figure something out?
All right.
Thank you so much. And she's gonna take off one of her scarves and just kind of lay it on the grass off to the side of the pathway and start laying out her cards. And I'm gonna cast Augury. As I just lay out my cards. I'm sorry, my dears. I'm trying to see if the cards can tell me whether or not the answers we need to defeat these fire demons are within the Elder Heart, or if we need to go somewhere else.
I would like to go over to him and like, Hemi, are you alright? Remember, these cards are a trick. They're not real. I don't know. These are not real.
Listen, Hemi's little secrets, they are not always real when I read them for others. However, they help me sometimes to connect with the rhythms and gain knowledge. It acts as a focus for me, for the forest to see.
All right.
So every once in a while, it is not a trick.
Oh my gosh, you really got hit in the head hard, poor girl.
And I would just like to ask the cards, tell the cards that we are trying to defeat the fire demons, or whatever they may be, and if the answers to defeating them lie in the city of Elderheart. Or if we go to Elderheart, will we discover the answers we need to do to defeat them?
So this kind of isn't like, it's not really like an end-all like future like divination kind of thing. It's supposed to help augment a choice for your next like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's more just like, if we continue to the Elderheart, will we be able to get the answers that we need? She's trying to figure out if we need to go to Elderheart or somewhere else.
I think what he means is that the spell only works if it'll take like 30 minutes to get to the other heart, or
Are we within 30 minutes of Elderheart? Do I need to wait to do this spell?
You're like half a day away from the Elderheart.
Well, the choice will be to continue to Elderheart or find somewhere else. How about that? That choice that I will make within 30 minutes.
So it's like okay.
Are we on the right path?
The results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Continue to the Elderheart or go somewhere else. But like, if we continue to Elderheart, will we find the answers we need?
Sure. Are you ritual casting this, by the way? So
yeah, I'm
taking 11
sitting. I'm
minutes?
sitting down on my scarf,
yeah.
and I'm doing the whole thing and laying out the cards.
And while that 10 minutes happen, I'll be talking with like.
It's only
with
1 minute.
Akiko. If it's ritual,
It's 11 minutes. Ritual
While she's
cast.
doing-
Oh, okay.
And while she's doing this, I'll be with Akiko and be like, I don't know, you guys. Like she's been staring at those cards for I don't know how long. Like something happened, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm worried for her.
I know you can't
Fix
see,
her
but I'm
piece.
really laying out cards here.
Yeah. So if you want to, do you want to tell me what cards come out while you're
Yeah.
doing this ritual?
Hold on. Let me. Do you got that document I sent you?
Oh shit! Where is that? Did we pin it? If not, I have cards next to me as well.
Does everybody have tarot cards? Should I get tarot cards?
Should.
I have Curse of Strahd tarot cards.
I have Uno cards.
Oh,
Uno.
No.
Y'all want to play a game while
Okay.
she plays the game with herself?
So, let me just. Himmy's going to just kind of hold and cut the deck a few times and then shuffle.
So as you guys
While
see
she's
this,
contemplating the choice of continuing to Alderheart to find the answers, they need to defeat the things. And then she's going to set out one card in the middle, and it is the Rogue.
A magnanimous
And then she is going
dispensation.
to set out another card below that, and it is the Tax Collector. And then another card to the left, Berserker. And then another
Tax
card to the right,
collector.
Merchant.
It ain't looking good, y'all.
And then the final card, or the final card on the right is Hooded One. And she will just sit
ooh.
in front of the cards silently for a few minutes. Just hands kind of hovering above the cards.
okay.
Just focusing on her question.
Is this tarot or is it a different kind of card reading?
Yes, but technically it's D&D tarot because it's Taroka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then you can use the standard Curse of Strahd Taroka meetings for all that
Yeah.
So
if you want.
as you sit and you do your ritual, you sit with your eyes closed and you invoke the cards, and with your eyes closed you just see darkness, and in that darkness you'll see an outline of black feathers as it flies up from beneath your vision. It'll soar up. And as it makes its wide arc up, it'll start to veer off and soar off into the distance. And as you open your eyes, you see in front of you the Alderheart. And when you kind of trail towards where this dark feathered creature flew, you see another in the distance. It's something spoken of previously. You see the avium.
And they're both flying to Alderheart or around Alderheart.
Yeah. You saw it flying. In your vision, you saw it flying, and as you opened your eyes, it was flying towards the direction of the Alderheart. Then once it reached, it veered off.
So do I get the sense that it's in, like, where we need to go is in the direction of Elderheart, but not necessarily Elderheart?
You get the sense that you want to go to the Alderheart.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take a minute, and then I'm going to look up, and I'm going to gather up my cards and place them back in a hidden pocket in my cloaks. And I'm going to stand up and collect my scarf and wrap it back around myself, and I will look at the rest, and as best as I can tell, and this is really more of a confirmation, but Elderheart is where we need to go, so I would say maybe we wait on the potions, or at least try and source the ingredients there.
All right, I guess we've got to go over yonder.
That sounds like a good idea to me. Shall we move now?
I mean, we probably want to get one for Akiko. I mean, he's the only one that went down. I was found out the potion.
We
I
can
also was
acquire some
fine.
in town, no problem, I am
Yeah.
sure.
Just sort of buy the materials.
Are
I just
you
want to get
Akiko?
home and see my family.
Oh,
Clan
how are you
whatever.
went down there while finding Snake? How are you feeling?
I feel okay, I guess. I don't know.
There were a few times when I think a lot of us would have gone down if not for protection magics and such. I think it
I didn't feel the same.
honestly well, that's good. Probably because you stayed kind of off. It might be good in the future for us not to clump up so much. That snake's fiery breath definitely did a lot of damage to us. So it's something to think about for the future. But I think we should all, before our next confrontation with this giant fiery being, I think we should take time to prepare ourselves as best as possible, get the resistance potions, and maybe even find some more gear to give us those benefits as well.
I mean, we're probably only need like Griffin. He's pretty strong, and he can probably just kill that one guy like no problem.
Well,
No problem.
I hope so. I do hope so.
Well, hopefully he's still in the honor. We should definitely go. Maybe see if he's still there.
Yes, I say we continue to the Elderheart.
All right. So, you make your way onward, and as you guys were sitting and doing your thing, the Wildwood Brigade were kind of just on the lookout, watching the plumes of smoke. A Servan and a Vulpin, two Ranger-esque individuals, as they sat with their bows and crossbows at the ready. Just
Remind me,
watching and waiting.
you said a servant?
Yeah.
I don't recall
The
that
deer
one. actually.
people.
Oh, okay.
So far, you haven't encountered them really at all.
Benna is one, isn't she, though?
Yeah, Benna was the first Servan you probably encountered.
Okay.
Bear folk.
What?
Deer.
Bear folk.
Deer.
Deer.
I know. Are there any bear folk?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
would
I think the
then-
Mapok would probably be the closest, like, small bear, if you were to
It'd
want
be
to be
great
bear.
if we could have like a Smokey the Bear kind of thing, you know? Only you could prevent
Only
forest fires.
In especially in future things, if I run this, I might actually homebrew more humble folk, as in like bear folk and things like that. I think that would be pretty cool. But that's a thought down the line. Anyway, so you guys make your way through the forest with the assistance of the Wildwood Brigade. You see as you make your way through, they kind of stop and one goes off, and you see that he kind of reports with another patrol group as he comes back, and they do this a few times as they go through the wood back to the Outer Heart. As now that they're able to retreat and keep a lot of the perch guard in the Outer Heart and tend to the things around there, that the Wildwood Brigade, also being very familiar with the forest, are set as more patrols and are able to help throughout the forest and the smaller towns around it. You make your way to the base of the Outer Heart, the mile-long clearing with the tree roots in ground and going through. After a little while of walking, you do see that Josh is sitting, waiting at the base entrance of the Outer Heart. He's just, cleaning himself up.
Oh, Josh, my dear, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see you alive.
Oh, there you guys are. I was worried. That was some crazy stuff out there, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Quite.
You impressed me with your speed. At which you were able to run. That was very impressive.
It wasn't me though, Ash.
Yes, my dear. What exactly did you do for him?
I'll do a lot of things for him, but I just cast a little spell I did, and lets people fly, and they usually get a little bit faster.
Very impressive.
Yeah, after a little while, I just, I was flying through the sky, and it was really wild. I was so scared I didn't even realize like I was flying. But then after a little while, I started going towards the ground, and I just kept running.
Are you feeling okay? I mean, I know you said you didn't like to fly, and sorry I kind of just threw that at you, but rather than I thought that was the best thing to do.
It's all right. Yeah, I found my way around. Like I said, I didn't even realize it at first. It was just, gives a new meaning to fight or flight, just make the. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you guys are here okay for the most part, and you guys are still completely battered.
Yeah. For the most part, dear, she's just gonna try and brush away some of the soot that's on her. For the most part. Do you think that we
smell burnt fur?
It's just constantly.
Oh!
There's no other smell anymore. It's just this smell, and I will smell it forever.
You gotta do the whole lick the finger thing.
Why didn't anybody tell me that I was still on fire?
I mean, I decided that was you wanted it. Like, I know you're very magical and you're very crafty. I thought it was like your thing now.
Do you think
I suppose I should tell you in the future.
I was like, oh my god, Raymond's really making this his own. Like, I like his fashion now.
Such a fiery personality. Do you think that we need to report this in, I guess, to whoever says they are in charge? That seems like something that we should do.
Yes, definitely. But first, I could use a shower.
I could also use a bit of cleaning up.
By the time you get back, it's a little later in the day. It's not like nighttime, but
could I go and find Susan and just inquire as to her potion stock?
Sure, yeah.
My dears, I am going to go find Susan and see about whether or not she has any of those potions more, or if we need to search in another shop per se, or source ingredients, or what have you.
I think that's a good idea. I suppose it's a little late. Would everybody want to maybe take the night and then reconvene? Maybe reconvene at Eliza's shop in the morning.
Yes, we could do that. I will see you there in the morning then.
We're literally gonna sleep in the same area, y'all.
Yeah, are we all staying at the same tavern? We could always just meet for breakfast.
I didn't know we all were. Yeah, I thought Akiko was going to sleep home.
Akiko, are you going home, or do you want to just meet us at the tavern for breakfast?
Yes, I'll meet you there in the morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna be up before I even get up, y'all. I'm not worried about him. I'm gonna be having breakfast on the before I even get there.
Well, I will be taking some breakfast at the tavern in the morning. If you guys would like to join me there, whether or not you eat is up to you, or if you've already eaten. But that is where I'll be.
Not.
Good night.
Good night.
Do I think it's
Good
too
night.
late for Susan to be at her shop, or?
It's a little late for now.
Okay, all right. I'll head into the tavern then and go up to my rooms and try and clean up and
Okay.
sleep.
Are you going to the wooden flagon or the
Yeah.
the other one?
Whichever
Okay.
one we were at last time that we've got a deal at.
Yeah. So the wooden flagon. And as far as I understand, Akiko is going home, and the other two, are you accompanying her in the wooden flagon?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Okay.
we have this paid for, or
It's
are
like
we
a
still
discount.
Yeah, it's discounted. It's you have too much gold. It doesn't matter. So
Who, me? I don't have that much.
Me neither. I get mine
Just
away.
a small amount.
gave yours away.
Oh,
Just
no,
pocket
no,
change,
me.
really.
They feel our affluence flowing off of us, and they don't
Yeah.
join us.
All
It's
right,
just like
if you want,
it's a
everyone-
whole thing.
Everyone take off 5 silver from your things.
Okay.
Oh, pish posh.
All right, I'm gonna
Take
go up
5
and
whole
I am
silver
going
sleeping
to
at home.
clean myself and my clothing as best as I can, and then I am going to go to sleep. Am I able to mark off a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a perception check.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Ooh, woo!
Oh, whoa. 16. So, you go to your bed and you lay in your bed, and you hear the creaks and cracks of, the things around you, and then you hear like a noise, and you kind of freak out, and you look, and it was just a wasp like clinging at your window, and it flies away, and
Is
you
it
go
a
to sleep.
big wasp?
So
Not
loud.
a giant
It was
wasp.
a
It
giant
was like
wasp. It was just
Jimmy's
like,
gonna go to sleep like, well, that was a loud wasp.
and then you go to sleep, and
I'm
everyone can
sure
mark us
it's
with long
fine.
rest.
it probably has a concussion now.
Is it a wasp or is it a wasp?
Is it a wasp or is it a
Wasp.
wasp?
Is it like a waspy wasp or is it like a waspy wasp?
Is it a forest wasp or is it a forest wasp?
Suburban wasp.
What are you on about? It was a Burfolk named Tom.
Just sorry.
Drunk bird folk trying to get back to his room, and he crashes through the wrong window. Oh, this isn't my room. Fucking opens the door and walks out. Fucking bird folk, man. Fucking T-posing into my window.
It's been a bit since he said that.
All right, I have taken a long rest.
Yeah. Everyone mark off your long rest. Everyone's feeling better. You're still achy
What if I
and
don't
sore.
want to take a long rest?
All right, Ty, don't take a long rest. Remy is aching,
No,
sore, and
I'm
still bleeding.
I'm taking a long rest.
All right, so you take a long rest. You all awake in the morning, and you find yourselves in the tavern. Early morning.
Wow, this is a lively tavern in the morning.
It's almost like everyone here is not dealing with, like, trauma from the fires.
Yeah. So you all awake, you get breakfast, you get whatever drink you need, coffee, tea, ale, anything to start your day up. And
Coffee and a biscuit, please, dear
Yeah,
bartender.
and you so you all gather yourselves, and I'm assuming Josh is still with you, Ash. Yep, paid for his room, and you two moseyed on around, and you each walk down together and come get breakfast together, and you make it on with your day.
Barkeep?
Yes.
Barkeep?
Yes.
Do we know the barkeep's name? Do we know the tavern owner's name?
I don't think.
Oh no, I don't have my notes.
We've been staying here for a
Name
while,
is bartender. That's
name-
why
Yeah,
he
I mean,
became
Mary.
a bartender.
Right.
name's
You guys
Mary.
haven't
Right? What's
inquired.
this
You
tavern
talked
called?
the wooden flagon.
No, we never asked. I don't have his name here.
Yeah, you guys never asked.
Would I know his name?
You've been staying at home like every day.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is my hometown.
I mean, we
It's
had
that we
like
met
2
a
weeks of
rift in
downtime.
here or
Did
something
no
at
one...
one point.
Riffin, the
Riffin.
Ash Knight.
Yeah.
But he wasn't from
Um,
here.
No, we just met him
No,
here.
this is one.
Oh yeah, the first time we came here was on business, so I guess we forgot.
Yeah. You kind of just told him that, like, hey, we're like the shit, and
The
we
shit.
can get this for half price. And he's like, all right, sure, yeah, whatever you say, buddy. But if you inquire, his name is.
actually It's actually been turning us like full price all along.
My pen.
Five silver? Yeah, that's full price.
So, if you inquire, his name is Calder.
Calder, good morning.
Morning.
Do you have any excess coffee grounds or bean, preferably grounds, that I can buy off of you?
Excess. Well,
Or just,
I mean,
just any grounds.
we've got our supply for coffee grounds, if that's what you're asking about.
Yes. Could I buy 10 pounds off of you?
Sir, you know this is a tavern, right? If you want, you can go to the general goods store and you can get your
Right,
supply
but-
from there.
You know, if I spend it here, I know the money is going to go to good use, and I know that also the tax collector often doesn't come as heavily to taverns as they do to the general goods store. So my money will be spent better here than at the other store, if you catch my drift.
Only a persuasion check.
Shit. Oh, persuasion.
He's
Brad
a
can't get-
he's like a small sprig like individual too. A little small but burly. They're typically small but a little burly.
That's a 9.
All right. Well, you drive a hard bargain, kid. Why don't you just go on to the general goods store and try not to whittle down my stock? I got customers to sell to.
All right, up to you. As I kind of jingle my pouch of hundreds of gold in his face and walk by.
So, how much
Why are
you want?
getting your
How
room
much?
half
How much
price?
coffee grounds you want?
Like I said, 10 pounds.
Yeah, I'll take 100 gold for your 10 pounds of coffee.
Don't be a bitch. Do it.
Yeah, you're not getting your room half price anymore, by the way.
75 gold. And all of my friends stay here for free.
$95 gold, and all of your friends stay here for half the price.
They already stay here half price.
Himmy's
That's
just
my
gonna
point.
stand up from where she's sitting having her coffee and just come over. Dear, sorry. Come with me, honey. We'll get you some coffee grounds. This is embarrassing.
I don't understand why he just wouldn't take my business straight. Never mind. Let's just go to the general.
Yeah, we will go to the general goods, dear. I'll get you your
Do
coffee
you
grounds.
think
She's just gonna wave
I
back.
think Eliza has coffee grounds.
Magical
I'm
coffee
sure
ground.
there is a general store with perhaps an NPC we have not met yet that will sell us some coffee grounds.
I would rather support the small business owners.
Yes,
And
dear.
not
They
some
are all
giant
small
conglomerate.
business owners, I am sure.
Yeah, let's go to Susan. She has coffee.
They
So,
don't have
I just- alright, let me-
Walmart in the Elderheart.
I want to remind you of where you are. You're in the trunk market, and this is the market that is like mixed between like the bird folk and humble folk that have their own shops and have their own wares, and they like coexist with each other in the trunk market. Canopy market, however, is more of the high end area that you end up finding all of the stuff. So if you're in the trunk market, you're pretty much supporting like the smaller businesses.
Dear, come
Well,
Come
I
with
was
me,
trying to.
You are dangerously close to us losing our discount, and Himmy cannot have that. So let's go
Himmy,
to
Timmy, we can afford not having a discount. Plus,
You
we only
can
stay
afford
here
there,
for a couple days
But
at a
poor
time.
Himmy does not have much in the way of coin.
Somehow I think
But
that's a
net
lie.
value.
It's like Hemi's coin pal. Sometimes he has a lot.
Hold
sometimes
on,
he has none.
hold on.
You know, I actually
18 plus 4, 22 deception. Poor Himmy does not have much coin and cannot afford to deal with not having a discount on some place to stay night after night.
Bruh.
Fine.
What? Ash, are you there watching all of this?
I'm just watching the drama, having a little snack with my man.
With the 22 insight.
who rolled a
Good
22
thing today.
insight?
I
Ash
rolled
did.
deception 22, and
Ash sees
who
right
is
through you.
watching from the table.
From the distance.
I rolled a 13 insight, so I'm just
Let's go. We
fuck.
will find a wonderfully small little stall, perhaps a family you can support that owns it, and we will get some coffee grounds from
Do you
there.
think Susan has coffee?
She seems more like a tea person, if I remember.
Tea people. Odd.
Yes,
Odd.
it's very weak tea.
Fine. DM.
Yeah.
In our time here, have we seen like an exotic spices / coffee vendor
Yes.
in the trunk market?
So the general goods store has generally all of that. If you
you
want to go,
you keep
if
coming
you-
back to this, man.
if you want to go to an exotic, like spices from around the wood, you can find one in the canopy market, but those are expensive. So if you want to go get like your general stuff, you can go to the general goods store, owned by a general goods owner.
Let's go to a dry goods store instead of a general goods store. But I'll just call Remy. Didn't y'all talk to a? Where do you get to your last bag of beans? Maybe you can buy from him again.
Oh, I've actually never bought my own stock. The last time I made coffee, it was of a magical nature, and I can't do that consistently or very well. So I figured it would be a lot easier for us to have coffee on the road if I could just buy some beans or grounds. And I would rather not have us throw up every time we drank coffee. So, yeah, fine. Would anyone like to accompany me to the general goods store?
I'm
still
sorry,
in the
I think
tavern.
I'm missing something. Are you... So you're salty about the general goods store because it's not like a high-end spice store?
No,
I'm missing it.
How?
just
How does
generally
anything-
salty about the general goods store.
Okay, so
It's
you just
not
hate
like-
the general goods store.
It's not like a Walmart. It's like a corner store. Like random person selling coffee grounds.
There is a specific reason why I'm role-playing it like this, and I'll send you that reasoning, EG, but it's roleplay.
Gotcha. Okay.
He owned a magic item shop, so probably that why. That's why he wants to support the little guys.
Himmy,
Yes, dear.
would you like to accompany me to the general goods store? Or
If only to help you find the coffee that you need, since you seem to maybe be, I don't mean this in any sort of rude way, but you seem to be in a bit of a mood this morning. So,
well, I
Himmy will
haven't
help
had my
you.
coffee yet.
The greatest curse of coffee is before you have coffee, you have to acquire coffee. It's true. Acquiring coffee, not having had it, it's rough, and I understand it. Let's find you some coffee.
So,
I understand that
You-
yesterday was rough for all of us, but let's try and just center and find you some coffee there.
So, you, Remy and Himmy leave the tavern without their coffee to go buy coffee grounds.
I've already
from
had
the
my
general
coffee.
goods store. You already had your coffee. Yeah.
I'm good.
You find the little corner in the trunk market of people rustling around and busy bees going around. And you see Pap's General Goods. You walk in, ding, your little bell, and you see behind this like kind of like wooden like ingrown counter kind of table thing, like boing, boing, little Gerbine. Hello, welcome. How can I help you?
There. This morning we are looking for coffee grounds. And may I ask, sweetie, do you own this shop? Is this a family-owned establishment?
Hops up. He has a clipboard this time. Well, it's been my shop for a little while. He hops up and he hops on his desk, clipboard gone. Like, I've owned this. It's been my family's shop. Been here for I don't know how many years now. Time flies when you're having fun, you know?
Yes.
What can I
I'm
get
going
you?
to turn to Remy and be like, see, it is family-owned. It's a small business. We are supporting the family of this fine establishment. Let's get you some coffee. This will work, yes?
Remy's just sitting there like arms
Okay, there. I'm
crossed,
just gonna
mm.
pat him on the shoulder and be like, turn back to the Gerbine. Hi, yes. Could we acquire 10 pounds of coffee grounds?
Yes. What qualities of coffee do you have? Do you have I don't know. Do you have anything better than just what you sell to the rabble?
Well, are you a merchant in the trunk market?
No.
No,
Well,
dear.
Yes. Wait. Yes.
All right.
I am.
No, yes. Yeah, no, yeah, yes, no, yeah.
What? I haven't seen you around before. Are you one of those new ones? You travel around? You do your selling?
Yes, I'm setting up shop soon.
Yes, I'm so sorry, dear. I forgot. He is setting up his own market. He's going to be running his own shop.
All right, sure.
Can I
Then if
help
you
him
would
in
like.
whatever he's trying to deceive?
He's trying to get the nice coffee.
Well,
Whether or not
if you-
he's trying to deceive him, he believes that he's trying to like run a con.
he says, "Oh, that's really great. If you want, you can come back with your tax approval seal, and we can start business from market to market."
Dear, I'm sure that thing it takes a long time to get, and we are kind of in a rush. You see, we've been put on special business by the town council, the Alderheart Council, to try and deal with the fire. So these are really supporting a cause handed down from on high, as it were. And these tax documents, Remy, I'm sure, takes long to get sorted out. Paperwork, it's such a headache. Maybe we could just, just honor code here, just do this as friends and future potential, like a good faith.
All right, roll me a deception.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
12 plus, hold on. Plus
Wait,
4, so
disadvantage?
16?
No. I'm just saying. I'm just joking.
16 total.
You wish you were joshing.
He
Most of what I said was true.
I don't understand. Hold on. I don't understand why it is such a big deal that I buy coffee in bulk. I just want to have coffee when I'm traveling. We are doing a service to the Alderheart, and I don't know why everybody is so uptight about it.
I'm sorry, sir. When you walked into this shop, you didn't ask for coffee in bulk. You asked for like the high end, like coffee.
Right. Can I not buy high-end coffee in bulk?
So you see, I have an agreement with a couple of the shops that I have certain stock that I sell to other merchants, and it's just like I have the stock for public and I have the stock for merchants.
Okay.
So if you want to buy in bulk, you can buy the public bulk stock.
Remy, maybe
This is
you would like to think
infuriating.
about this decision. It's such a weighty decision. Maybe you would like to think about this outside, where you can, take in the morning air and really make a calm, informed decision with everything taken into account.
How much for 10 pounds of the common stock?
Oh, sure. That'll cost you about 10 gold.
It's a gold for a pound of coffee?
Whole bean.
I mean, coffee itself
It's
is
imported,
a
I'm
luxury
sure,
good.
not grown here in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I take out 10 gold, put it on the counter.
Great. A pleasure doing business with you.
Such a pleasure. Try and
Hops
move
off.
Remy out.
Yeah, hops off, gets you the bags, hops back on, gives it to you, and hops off, hops up, clipboard back in hand, hops down, hops back up, no clipboard, back on the desk. Thank you for your patronage.
Yes,
Yes,
have
quite,
a good day,
thank you.
dear. Look forward to doing business with you again. Let's go, Remy. You've got your coffee?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I think that we
Let's
should
find
maybe
the others.
let's go. Should we pop back into the tavern? I was going to find Susan, see if she had some potions for us.
Yes. Maybe we just find the others, see what they're doing, and then I want to. If you're gonna go see Susan, I might want to go see Eliza as well. But we should get on our way at some point. What is our plan? Oh, we need to alert the council.
Yes, we need to tell them. I think first and foremost, and talk to the people in charge or whatever. Okay, let's go. Let's go back to the tavern. We will find the others. Hopefully, was Akiko there already?
Mhm.
Okay. Hopefully we can get this going and try and find some more information. We'll just
All right.
walk back to the tavern.
Sure. So you guys go
Okay.
back to the tavern. You guys are having a nice peaceful breakfast as a fuming Remy walks through the doors with coffee grinds. And Himi following in suit.
Good morning,
Oh.
dears. We've acquired coffee successfully.
Y'all got the drugs?
We've got the stay awake drugs. Yes. Do
right.
we want to go and try and find this council and report to them, or Kiko, you can just go if you want. I don't particularly care to talk to them again.
Sure,
Mm.
I'll head up there.
Mhm. Yeah. I'll go.
Keep. Oh wait.
Calder.
Calder.
Yes.
Can I have a cup of coffee, please?
Of course. That'll be 10 gold. Oh, I'm sorry. You just asked for a cup of coffee. Yeah, it'll just be a silver.
Funny. Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you.
I've been told to be a jokester every once in a while. Thanks.
What is Calder? Is
He's a
Strig.
strig.
a strig? Okay. Fucking bird folk.
I love Calder.
Douche.
Okay, Remy, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
let's
And you
get
see,
going.
the interesting thing with Calder is like he's pretty bulky, but you see that like he kind of stands at the countertop as if he's like 6 feet tall, but then when he goes to get the coffee, he hops off of a
Hops down.
ledge. Yeah, and then he like walks up steps to get back on the ledge. So it's like a ledge that covers like a foot from below the bar top, and then the rest of him is above it. So kind of walks over like, here's your coffee. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Calder.
Yeah. And so you guys make your way out. You said your first stop was going to be Susan?
Well, I think first stop we should talk to the council. I think
Okay.
that's what everyone
Just-
wanted to do.
So,
So
like,
Himi is more
Susan's
than
in
fine
the-
with sending Kiko in.
Sure. Susan is in the trunk market, just in case if you wanted to go.
Oh, so
walk
it's literally
past it
on the
and
way.
then- Yeah. It's all going to be on the way because you're at the lower part of the tree. So you can pass Susan through the trunk market, go up the pulley,
Okay.
and then you can find Eliza in the canopy market, and then from the canopy market you can go up to the council plaza.
Oh, yeah, I
dears,
mean-
my dears, do you mind if we just stop by Susan's and try and sort this potion thing out?
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know if we're gonna be jumping off a tree again, and then we won't be able to see him. So might as
That's
well
so
do it now.
true. So, Himi will never do that again.
If you
All
want,
right.
you can hide in the bag of holding.
No, I just the thought of it just makes me feel very just throat, heart in throat again. I'm not planning on ever doing something like that again. And I'll cast about looking for Susan's shop.
Sure. It's in the same spot as you saw us last time.
Yep.
It's like a little like tent like kind of thing. It's nice purpley and wooden kind of infused into the tent, and it's a nice little structure she built up. You walk in and she's got a couple people walking around, talking, mingling, just doing their thing. Susan sees you guys. She goes, "Oh, hello," and you see little Normal is like clackering around a little bit, and Normal kind of looks over to you and it goes, and it kind of like looks to you guys and
Normal, and I'll go to pet him.
yeah, he kind of like does a little like shake down and a little like, and yeah.
Susan, my dear, how are you?
Good. Business is booming. What can I do for you
That's
all?
so good. Listen, we have had a bit of a hard time, and we are in need. Oh, bless you, dear.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, these allergies.
Got
you
to
might
watch
need a
out for
mask.
those allergies.
Yeah, you don't wear a mask or anything around your mouth.
Maybe just
when
a
you're
little
working with all
scarf
these,
to pull over.
Yeah, we're working with all these chemicals and reagents.
Yeah, it's just not the same as when I was in the swamp. The swamp it just didn't have the same atmosphere as the Allerheart, and there's all this stuff flying around the Allerheart. Just gets to me every once in a while.
It's more spores in the swamp, less pollen. Yes.
Yes.
My dear, listen, I won't bore you with the dramatic details, but we are in need of those wonderful fire potions that you make so well. And I was wondering how many you might have and how many you can realistically make for us.
Well, the good thing is I have been sending out some reagent runs for some people. So what I have here is I have 2 freshly made resistance potions. They're
wonderful.
ready to go.
Can we purchase those from you?
Of course.
And perhaps order more from you in the future, or if you have a need of ingredients, then maybe we can find those for you.
Of course. It might be tough if you're making your way out towards like Mach Den. You can get the ingredients, but I'll be having runners going to and from. I've commissioned some work through the council and the Wildwood Brigade, and they've been able to supply me with some stuff.
Wonderful. It's so good to see you doing so well. I'm so happy to see you here. You are just a warmth and a joy.
Thank you. Business has been good and life is sweet.
For the potions, my dear.
Say again?
How much money for the potions do I owe you for these potions?
I'll take see, they're uncommon potions. Like that's 500, right?
Half
Uncommons?
like 200 or 250.
They're like 250.
Yeah, consumables are always half.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So like, I'll sell both of them to you for 250 gold.
Excellent, my dear. And I'll hand it to her and be like, so the ingredients you need are something slimy, some slime, explain to me, remind me again.
Yes. So, they do the reagents for these slime residue, and they are taken from live things. You can't scoop them up when they're dead, so you gotta swipe it when they're alive.
Yes, it's got to be like a living essence, of course.
Yeah. But you're gonna have to find, if you want the resistance ones, you're gonna have to find the red slimes.
Red slimes.
Yep. And if you can't find
living essence, bottle it up and bring it to you.
shifting slime residue is what it's called.
Shifting red slimes.
Yep. And if you can't find the red ones, you can put a little light a torch and put it on one or hit it with some fire magic, and then you gotta scoop it up like it is.
Yes. So like out of character, like in Zelda, when you've got the like slime and you hit it with the electric to make it electric slime. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly how like when you guys fought it, every time you hit it with something different, it changed.
It
color.
absorbs whatever element. Okay. And my dear Susan, do you know if anyone in this market possibly sells this essence, this residue? It might make it easier if we could just buy some from someone and give it to you.
Not necessarily, because the research and all comes from Winnowing Reach.
Yes, the sandal girl.
Yes. They have people that go and collect and do research for it. But until then, I've been the only one that have been procuring such material.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at the others and be like, I already had one left. If you want, or do you want me to hold on to these? Would you like to take them now? Does anyone else have one? It would be great if before we run into anything else again, we all had the ability to, imbibe.
How many do we have now? 2, 3?
I have 3 total. Because I had 2 and drank 1, and then I just bought 2 more.
Oh, well.
She seems to be a 2 at a time kind of shop.
Yeah. We might be able to, let's check with Eliza.
She does say if you are looking to get more and more of these, she can up the amount of things that they need to gather. You'll just spend more time out in the caverns.
3 might be enough. There's 4 of us. We could probably plan on maybe having a companion again the next time. Oh, Josh. So maybe 5. Griffin, maybe, if we bring him along. So we might need 6?
Josh can just run in if we need to escape. It's fine.
Well, this is what we have for now, so if you want to check with Eliza, I guess we can go do that. Susan, thank you so much. If you're able to up your quantity at all, that would be great, but if not, I wouldn't want to add anything to your wonderful plate.
Oh no, it's fine. I can just try and make as many as I can. It seems like if you guys need it, then it's gonna be there for you all.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. We will see you later, Susan. Goodbye, normal.
It's a goodbye.
Shall we continue up to Eliza's and to talk to the other Heart Council?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, I'd probably just continue on. I wouldn't bother with stopping for Susan. I don't have any
Oh, okay.
desire to talk to Susan.
I'll just turn and be like, oh, I guess Akiko went on. Well, let's go.
All right. So you guys make it up to the freight. Pulley goes up. As you go up, you now get the you're getting a better view of like the whole area in the wood, and you do see the ominous, familiar plumes of smoke that are rising from the scorched grove. And as you make it to the bows exit towards the Canopy Market, you can kind of see, like, every once in a while you'll see people walking through and they just stop and look off the edge and look towards the scorched grove, and they go on with their day. And all right, so you're going to Eliza, or you're going to the council?
I'm heading to the council.
Okay, Keiko's heading to the council. What's the rest of the group doing?
I'm just with the rest. I think we're going to Eliza's.
All right, Kiko, you'll head to the. What's up,
But
Ash?
I'll maybe like do like an intersect to see where, or let survival see where Akiko went.
Oh, I'll just tell you, I'm going to the council. Yeah, I have no desire to make any additional stops this morning.
That's so weird. You usually are all about like loving life, doing stuff, being an adventurer, talking to shops.
Yeah, but we also just like nearly died.
Akiko's had a brush with death. It's much more serious about things now.
I don't. We'll talk to the merchants afterwards.
The fear of fire has been put into him.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
All right, so Akiko is at the council.
I'll join
he'll-
you.
Well, I'll stop at the guard first. What was it?
the Gowl.
Yeah.
All right, which one? The Birdfolk Guard or the Wildwood Brigade?
Birdfolk guard, since we had the most interaction with them.
Sure.
Particularly.
Darian.
Yes. And I'll just inform him of what had happened. I don't know if you want to roleplay it, but basically I'll just tell him everything that happened so far, what we encountered, and what came of Trevor.
All right. Okay, he's gonna tell you that he's gonna take everything in, and he's going to send someone to gather the proper individuals to have another meeting with the council.
Very well. While he's doing that, I'll go talk to Benna as well.
Okay. Ben is also going to be informed of the thing, so you'll
Okay.
end up walking. If it's just to inform her, like she's already going to get a summons from another, like guard, that
Okay.
was also informing others.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll talk to Benna. It's just kind of to offload. As
What do you mean?
she seems to be a stable head. She seems to like be a reliable person to talk to, basically. So I kind of want to just like, I need to talk to someone, man. I need to talk to someone.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I understand what you're trying to convey here. Okay, so you walk in, you see, Ben is sitting at the main desk with a bunch of paperwork and looking a little tired. Early morning, got her coffee.
Benno, we just returned from the Scorched Grove, and I'm sure you'll be part of the conversation, but I just wanted to come and talk to you personally. We lost Trevor and nearly lost our lives. I don't know how you do this with all these people that you're responsible for.
Well, I didn't know Trevor. Sad that we lost an individual as in tune with the wood as he was. But this line of work, this is what you signed up for, right?
I didn't know it would be so hard.
Well, as you can see with how these previous events happened, we lose. We lose a lot. It's not a light task every time someone comes back to when we used to be in the mountains, and someone would come back and say we lost another camp, or this this scouting party doesn't return. It's been days, weeks. It was rough, but we decided to take up this mantle. Do you have regrets? Second thoughts?
I don't regret taking the mission. I regret not knowing what was happening out there. This whole time I've been here in the Elder Heart trying to protect the humble folk. I didn't know how much danger was really out there. I could have been doing more. I could have been protecting these people, or I don't know, something.
I don't think any of us knew the real threat. And after what you've told me and what the debriefing came in, I mean, I've never even heard of something so monstrous as this. I thought these snake things were bad enough. Never did we know about something like this.
It came out of nowhere. How many has it killed?
Well, we've lost plenty to the Scorched Grove. We've lost plenty to so many other means as well. I don't know. There's not much we can talk about with how much destruction has already taken place.
It must be stopped.
That's why you're here, yeah?
We have to work together. We can't keep all this infighting while we have to... Everybody's at risk.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. I've pulled out my men and women, and those who didn't see eye to eye are unfortunately still out there, but we'll just have to deal with it as we go, as per usual.
I won't give up. We have to stop this before anybody else gets hurt.
You're right. Come. Let's go speak to the council. Let's set up something else that we can pursue.
Okay.
All right. So they make their way to the council. You guys go over to Eliza's shop. Ash, did you still go to look and look out for Akiko, or are you going to the shop?
I'll go to the shop since I figure Akiko knows the thing. He's safe.
All right, sure. So the three of you plus Josh goes to Eliza's shop, and similar outlook, but you start seeing a lot more things being stocked on shelves and desks, and it's a little bit more less bare and more encumbersome with items laid around. As she says, Joe's handful of things, like doing stuff, and Eliza's just, looking at pieces and determining where to place them, and sees you and says, "Oh, good day to y'all. Welcome.
Good day.
Hello, Eliza.
So, what can I help you with? What do you all got on your list today?"
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at Remy.
We were wondering if you maybe had anything that could protect us from fire?
Let's see. So something with some resistance, eh?
Yes, that would be preferable. I know these items can be rare. I don't know how much you would charge for that if you did have them. I know they're probably a hot commodity.
I have one piece that might have circulated in, but it's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
Well, how much were you thinking, Eliza?
Well, for the starters,
It might be good to know.
Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere around a few thousand coin.
And what is the item, dear?
It's one of our like infused resistance. I think it's a leather piece.
Like armor?
Well,
Leather?
yes, that's what you asked for, yeah?
You're talking about leather? I need some.
Why, big spiny boy over there, you need some leather?
I mean, I could always use some. It's always useful. I'm not.
I don't think it's that kind of leathers, dear.
I'm sure Eliza, she's a very wonderful woman. I'm sure she can alter it, right?
Well, alteration on that's gonna cost you way more thousands on that if you want to alter some things. But you could probably find some more general stuff for your liking somewhere.
Dear, do you know of any, like, perhaps items of jewelry that would grant us some resistance? Something a little less encompassing to wear, just something I slide on a finger, or I can wear around my neck, or pin to my cloak.
Well, I know of something. I can ask Fang if he has anything in his shop, but it will cost you around the same as an armor piece.
And how much exactly is that price?
A few thousand.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm gonna I'll talk to you later, Eliza, and I'm gonna excuse myself from the shop.
Alright. Is that everyone's?
Does she have any coffee grounds?
What's her coffee situation?
Do you have a wand of magic coffee bean missiles?
Well, they're in the shop still. Can I look around for a guard or someone that seems to be of the city?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do Remy's thing, and then we'll go back to that.
Yep.
Remy.
Eliza, how much were you charging for that experiment wand?
The failure. Oh, it was 1,000 gold for that.
1,000, okay. And you keep saying a few thousand for this piece of armor. would a few be 2, 3, 2.5?
Probably around 2 to 5, so maybe like a 3 with our discount. Maybe set it at like 25 something, maybe 27.
Okay.
That is if the armor I might have in the back, but the ring I have to ask Fang for. See if he made something like that.
It is quite a large purchase. Would you be willing to do 3,000 total for both items?
$3,000 total for 2 very rare enchantment type items?
Well,
I know one's a failure, but that failure isn't worth a couple hundred.
Well, not a couple hundred per se. Yes, I see what you're getting at. Is this set of armor? Is it simple leather, or would it be like outfitted with metal fittings as well? Studded.
Yeah, it'd be studded.
$2,500?
Around $2,750-ish, around there.
Didn't you just say 25 though?
I said around anywhere from like 2,000 to 5,000, 25, 27, something like that. I'd say about 3,000, and then there'll be a discount that
Right.
Depending on the item.
That is so much money. All right, Eliza. Call it 2,700, and you have a purchase.
Of which?
Well, I'm not going to pay 2,700 for the wand.
Oh, you sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
It's very unique wand, never seen before, never seen again. I won't even say it's a collector's item.
Still
maybe.
In the box.
But for our purposes, I think the resistance to fire will benefit us more. So 2,700 for the studded leather of fire resistance.
Sure.
Do you take trade-in value?
Depends on what you're trading in.
Well, I pull out I reach into my robe and I pull off 2 patches, and as I pull them off, like 2 small pouches come off, and I place them on the counter. I open them up, and there's 10 gems in each pouch, worth 100 gold each. He has 2,000 gold. And I empty those onto the counter. And then I also have this silver. I have this, and I pull off another patch. And there's like a felt bag, and I open it, untie it, and pull out a silver coffer that's worth 500 gold. And I place that down as well. All of these could potentially be used in enchanting, or these gems at least are recognized as currency, wherever. I just figured, maybe this would suffice.
So
and then I also have
so 2,000 gold worth in gems, yeah?
Yes.
And a 500 gold coffer.
Yes, and then I have 200 just coin as well. And I pull 200 gold out and put it on the counter as well.
This is the equivalent of like paying for something in all pennies. You're just like, yeah, let me pull that out. Here, you have fun counting that out.
She takes a look at everything. She makes sure everything is there's no fake gems in these piles. And, she bites at the coffer and plays around with it. And looks at the coin and she says, all right. Looks like it can all total out. I can definitely use all this. It can definitely work with something. Sure, you got yourself a deal.
Fantastic, Eliza. Thank you very much.
All right.
Oh boy. That is a lot of money.
Did we ever...
But it's worth it.
I'm so glad Hammy wasn't there to witness that.
Did we ever talk with Fang about, like, how much it would cost for him to do enchantment work?
Nope.
Curious.
So is Hammy able to find anyone that looks like they
Yes.
are a guard?
There are guard in many places. Yes.
Okay, in my mind, this is much like in WoW, where you go up to the guard and ask where a place is, and you can find it.
Hello.
But she's just excuse me, dear. Could I ask you a question, dear?
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for a place where one might find knowledge, or go to study, or might have ancient artifacts, or temple type of place, or somewhere where I could study more about the gods.
Oh, okay.
Do you know of a place or places?
You lost me there in the first part. I didn't know what all those had to do with each other, but
just really, if anything hits any of those, I'm interested in all.
In the Council Plaza, there is a place of worship for a handful of the Amaranthine. If you'd like to go there.
It's just a place of worship, or are there priests there, or scrolls, or some sort of library where you can check out the holy texts or something?
You can find a priest that watches over the area. You'll most likely find the individuals that worship each that are stationed there.
Okay, but is it mostly just for praying?
It is a place of worship, yes.
Do you know of anywhere like scholarly, or that studies things of old, or maybe old myths or something, perhaps?
You can probably find it somewhere in the vicinity of the Amaranthines.
Yes. Okay, so that's really, if I'm looking for some place to gather more information or learn more about the gods or godly type things, that's really the place to go. There's no other, like, there's no school or place of scholarly library or something.
You didn't grow up around here, huh?
No, dear, sorry, I didn't. This is why I'm asking you, sweetie. You seem to know.
Yes. I guess there ain't much need for a place like that, because Amaranthine is mostly taught through families and stories from generation to generation. There's not much text needed about many of these, as
I see.
The folklore itself is.
So there's no place to really go if one grew up without these stories, and more just stories about the forest and the wood, and less about what was going on up in the sky.
Well, you can always ask the priests. They know
Yeah.
a bit about it, but research-wise, I'm not sure if it would, but the avium might end up having some research about them, although the avium is mostly dwindled in magical things.
The avium.
Yes.
Tell me more about this.
You don't know about the avium either?
I super do. I just want to make sure that you do.
Of course. Avium is like a school of magics. This is where you learn about many of the ways. If you're a prominent individual. Of
Yes.
course, I'm a perch guard. I never went there myself, and I haven't been stationed there before. But
Yes, of course. You know so much about it, and I'm glad you do. Thank you for letting me test your knowledge. That will be all, dear. Thank you.
carry on.
She's gonna go and find the others, and she's like, "Listen, guys, this. I would like to maybe find a temple that's supposed to be up by the council, and see if I can talk to some priests about." This kind of general theme in all visions happening, that there's maybe gods at work here.
I think that would be a good idea. However, we might want to find the Kiko first before
Well, he is up there, correct?
That's what he said.
Is he? Oh, okay. Just wanted.
Or we could link up with him
Wasn't
here
sure.
and then go ask around at the temple.
Sure. Is the temple up there in the same area as the council?
Yes, that is what the guard told me, right?
Oh,
Yes, it's in the
Yeah.
council plaza.
What? Let's go up and find Akiko, and maybe we can link up. Yes, Ash, ready? This good plan?
sounds good to me.
Okay. All right, and I'd like to go up. But I was wondering if we could take a break.
Sure. It should be a good time for a break. Alrighty then. Welcome back. We are here to see our adventurers through to speak to the council. They meet up. As they're walking from the Canopy Market up the stairs to the large council plaza area, and they see everything there. They see Akiko is currently walking with Benna as they meet up back up with each other.
Akiko!
Oh, we see this? Oh,
Yeah.
we catch up with them? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Hello.
No. Can I roll an insight, or can I tell that he's, like, visibly tell that he's upset?
Yeah. Well, how do you think you'd recover from being like upset and probably shed a tear or two, or are you like an emotional, like in a state of like you're visibly emotionally stressed?
Yeah, like visibly emotionally stressed, but I've kind of been that way.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more apparent now.
Well, yeah. There's a
Okay.
difference between like you have emotional stress building and you just exploded with that emotional stress. Like,
Yeah.
There's a visible difference between those.
Yeah.
I would probably say with your wisdom, Himi, you don't have to roll for that. You can
Okay.
see it. He's not trying to hide it, and it's just apparent.
All right, I'm gonna get a little bit softer in my tone then and be like, "Hello, dear. Have you reported into the council yet?"
Not yet. They were calling everybody together.
Good timing on this, then, I guess. Love talking to the council. Love it so much. Just good people.
All right.
Let's go, shall we?
Hannah pipes up and she's like, "Yeah, it ain't that great to be honest, but
Yeah.
they're the ones in charge and they try to get things done, so let's follow suit." As she leads through, nods to the guards, and pops open the double doors into the council area. And in the council area, you see, like the other one, Darian has reported in with a couple of his perch guards, his most appointed, all 5 of the council. And now you all together, Benna comes in, and no Havel, as Havel was the other tender that was with Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all come to the council, and Pizza looks out to you guys and says, "Ah, good. It's finally good that you arrived. It, unfortunate, the circumstances, though, as, like, kind of, they've all been briefed, and they all had their moment of shock and grief. The tone of the room is a little strange. Its atmosphere is a little thick in here. She says to you all this, I believe we are in slight a bit more danger than we previously thought. As we once thought the ash snake was going to be our larger issue as it was spreading the fires. We did not know such a creature existed in this great elemental. And the Gallus kind of pipes up a little bit. He says, a tale many not know. Unfortunate. From the time of the calamity, there was once a tale of saying something large, something referred to as the aspect of fire. It appears what you encountered was a fragmented version of its power. It is something not known to most. And we do not have the research here.
Where would one find this research?
Avium.
Is that a character?
Aye. The Avium.
The avium.
He looks over to Ash. Why, yes. Does indeed the avium, with its many, many years of secrets and knowledge.
And
You
that
should
is
be
the
able-
magic school?
Yes. As far as we know, they are the ones who have dedicated their time to studying all of the magical secrets in the wood.
My dear, didn't you go there?
Oh yes, I went to college, but taking a bit of a break.
A little bit of a sabbatical. Okay. Is it easy to get to? Could we get there?
It's easy. It's pretty easy to get there, but actually going in, it's quite hard if you can't fly. I missed quite a few classes and got quite many points deducted because the places float. So if you can't really fly, you gotta wait for the bridge, and the classes aren't set up for aren't really set up for if you can't fly. So
So it is not made for humble folk in mind. I understand. Nice exclusionist
that
college.
shouldn't be a problem for us.
but
Can
I'm
I-
sure we can go there, and we have reason to believe that there might be somebody behind these fires, not just an elemental.
Susan's vision, yes. I mean, that is my belief. Who knows? Or the gods are playing a twisted game.
Are there any like summoners or conjurers that might have been working with elementals or anything about that? I haven't really been keeping track of who's who in the avium ever since I left.
I don't know much of how the avium runs, but there are many individuals and teachers. There is such one professor of conjuration.
Ma'am, what I know?
Yes. This name is Rhys Birchwalker.
Reese?
Like R-H-I, R-H-Y-S.
Yeah, Reese.
Reese.
Recess.
It's a Welsh name. Reese.
It's a Welsh bird.
All right.
Bad wolf. Okay.
Reese is a raptor, if you wanted to know.
Okay. As you
Right,
know
yes.
this, Reese?
I mean, I've heard a little bit about the conjure, but my magic has never really been about conjuring. It's more about I was more with the enchanting arts and the oratory arts, not really so much the summoning.
I'm gonna look back at the council. Is there a letter or some boring paperwork or something that you like grant us access to this area on order of you?
If you would like, we can send word to the dean.
Great. Can you do that so that we don't have to get there and they tell us, no humble folk, we only teach the birds?
There is no restriction to who is being taught in the college. It's just a potential type admittance.
Okay.
I got into scholarship.
Yes, there are many different ways to be brought in.
Well, then, if you will send word to the dean, we can travel there and talk unless you have more information for us. Are you a religious man, sir?
My faith is to the wood.
Ah. That's him. Do you know if the temple over here has any knowledge worth having, or if we should just go to this college?
If you need to find faith or learn general knowledge of the Amaranthine, you may proceed to the shrines.
Ash, do you think the college would have books on the Amaranthine as well?
Well, of course, you have a few clerics there.
Okay, maybe we just go to this college.
All right, going back to school, y'all. Let's go.
Council, is there anything else you have for us? Or would you like us to set out to try and discover more of this aspect of fire?
I think Biddle will speak up. Information about the aspect would probably be the best course of action.
Yes. I'm so glad you are finally on board with the mission, dear. And its severity. And then he's gonna
believe
just
now that
turn
with
to go
all of
walk
the-
out.
Okay.
Well, that was Benna, the previous bandit captain.
No,
Oh, I
that
thought it was
Beta.
Bita.
Beta.
Yeah.
Oh, Beta. Okay, never mind. All these bees.
Did we already tell them about Trevor?
Yeah.
They were
Thank you,
informed
Gordon.
ahead of time.
They seemed to definitely know, since everyone is standing around really sad.
Before we leave, is it possible that we might get another stipend for our journeys? We
Another
were
10 pounds of
planning
coffee.
on maybe buying some like fire resistance potions, items, and anything you could give to us that would help us in our journey would be greatly appreciated.
What's a stipend? What is that?
Money.
Just money?
Sorry,
Paycheck.
just any money or items that you could afford to give us for helping, suss out possible means of destroying this being.
Sure, yeah. Each of you will receive 500 gold pieces for so far.
Okay.
Since I turned to walk out, is someone gonna take my portion and give it to me?
I will take it.
I'll take your portion.
They'll
I'll
just
share.
offer the
Yeah, I'll make
bag
sure.
and they'll just kind of shrug and be like, "Well, one more bag for someone." And
Yeah, I'll grab it.
2
bring
bags
it
for
to-
us, please.
Thank you. It's much appreciated. We will do our best to find this information as quickly as possible. Thank you. Have you seen Riffin like, is Riffin in the room? I don't know how like high
We went-
up Riffin is. Is he?
You haven't seen Riffin in like
Oh.
3 weeks.
No, he went down to
Oh,
He has no association with the
towns
Alderheart.
there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. For some reason, I thought he was like a knight of the Alderheart or something.
Nope.
Like,
He
I don't know.
he distinguished himself as not affiliated with that at all.
He's a knight of. What is
He's
it?
the Ash Knight, no? Are you a part of a...
He's the Ash
in
Knight.
Ash Grove?
He's not part of the militia. It's more of a family assigned kind of thing.
Yeah. He's from one of those towns closer to the, or he went down to one of the towns closer to the, Scorched Grove.
I'm pretty sure he's from Ash Barrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Because he said he was
Yeah.
a knight of Ashbarrow.
All right.
Which is-
Well, we will be on our way. Thank you.
All right. Guys leave the meeting. They're going to stay inside. You guys are what, heading out? Ready to go?
And that was
Hemi,
1,000 gold for Ash, right?
No.
Hemi, you stepped out before they gave us gold. I would assume you would want your share.
Yes,
Here you go.
dear. How much was it?
100
It
gold.
should be. It should be 500.
Thank you, dear. Ash has some
500
Just
money.
for all
50
of them.
gold.
Gladly, I will take it. How wonderfully thoughtful of you to bring it out here to me.
All right, we're good to go then.
Shall we continue
All
this? Avium, Ash, you should lead the way since no one knows where to go but you, I guess.
So,
I-
Ash,
Would
you know
like
there
to,
are... What's up?
just stop and talk with the. I had his name in my brain and then it disappeared. The enchanter guy,
Fang?
Fang, and inquire about what he charges for his services.
Sure. So Fang will kind of say like, oh, I deal mostly with merchants, but if you would like to inquire, it is if you can provide the material, then I can do it for maybe half the cost of the enchantment, or 75% of the enchantment cost, or the listed price cost.
Excellent. Thank you, Fang.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you guys are ready to set off?
Yes.
Ash, you know there's 2 ways to get to the avium. If you look to the map, I'll put you back to the map. The road that leads to the avium is like a deep, like southern cut that wraps around and goes north. Now the wood around the avium, is called the Ancient Forest. And because of the magical nature of the area, the Ancient Forest is housed to many magical creatures. You can either take the long road, which would take about 2 days of travel, or you can cut through the Ancient Forest, and it would take only a day of travel.
I mean, we've been going around the forest a lot, so why not just cut? Or do y'all feel like you're gonna
I
go
am
one day?
all
more?
for. I am all for expediency.
Agreed.
I agree. The fastest is probably best at this point.
All right.
The fires rage on while we take our time.
All right. So if you guys want to cut through the forest, I'm gonna need survival and perception checks from 2 people. 1 survival, 1 perception.
Do I still have advantage?
Oh yeah, I do
Thing.
have.
If you do, then you do.
I do. Sweet, I needed it.
Emmy.
26.
We're like neck to
crit,
neck.
crit.
I have
All
advantage,
right.
but I haven't used it yet, and I haven't rolled for anything yet. So.
All right. So, good. What's your marching order?
20.
Well, I suggested that Ash take, as you go up front, please, since you know the way. But I'll help you keep a lookout in the woods if we're just cutting through.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll go first.
I will
like
be-
always.
I will be in the middle.
All right.
I'll walk with Ty. I'll walk with Remy.
I just want to make sure everybody's within 10 or so feet.
Cool. So, all right. So, you're making your way through the forest.
Making your way downtown, walking fast.
And you find yourselves as you are being led by Himi. Himi, the wood is it's starting to get from like a natural, like foresty, like style of normal leaves and bugs and woodland creatures, and it's starting to get a little bit. The green is starting to be variations of like darker and lighter hues of some glowing and non-glowing.
So like my
Foliage.
background to Ty's background.
A bit, yeah. So you go from like the generally naturey feel of the forest to more fey-like wood, where the roots sometimes move in the ground, and the creatures just seem a little more colorful than others. Magic is very concentrated in this area, and as you go through the thicket, you can kind of almost feel the magic as it goes through. Ash was the one with the perception check, yeah? All right. So
I got the eyes.
you notice as you walk through, quite a strange thing catches your eye. You see a bush, and the bush moves. But you notice that this bush has 2 glowing yellow eyes as it makes its way, kind of like you see it move, and you realize it wasn't the bush that's moving, it was just the illusion of being encapsulated in the bush.
Lightning paw?
Somewhat.
Y'all, there's something over there hiding over that bush over there.
And as you see it kind of over on the left side of you, over to the right, you see less of like an illusion like movement and more of just a prowling movement. You do see those beady yellow eyes though.
What are you seeing, my dear?
Do
Something
I feel
where?
like this is a animal I can talk to?
You're using your feet or using a spell?
My feet.
I just imagined like feet sign language for a moment.
Beasts of large size are pretty friendly towards me, and they can understand me vaguely.
Sure. Okay. So do you make yourself prominently known and such? How do you? What's the aura that you give off?
Hair kitty 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 kitty. And I take out like a bit of
Ash,
my sandwich meat.
Ash, are you calling
You're just gonna be
the creature towards us?
Yeah, you just gotta be in tune with the rhythm, right? That's what I'm doing.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So explain how you're doing this again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the bush and have like a little sandwich meat on like here kitty 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 kitty.
All right. Roll me an animal handling check.
Oh my god. Or this be a charisma check? And I'm handling charisma.
Roll me an animal handling check. Okay.
Oh Lord.
And
Roll me.
Roll me a general charisma check. Let's just see how this goes.
It's just a low.
I have an advantage on him
Wait.
because of my feet. I have an advantage on any charisma check made with beasts that are size larger.
Why is it +5 +1?
Because of my jack of all trades.
Oh, it applies to just checks as well.
Aye.
It's crazy. I didn't know that. Sure. Okay. So, what you see coming out of the bush is it's strange because it kind of is like you know there's something there, but it looks so much like the bush that you think the bush is coming towards you, but as it comes out, it kind of like almost like just becomes this like this like greenish goldish leopard looking creature where right next to its ears it has little leaf like appendages coming out, and as it goes all over its body, its body has an assortment of like greenish foliage that's kind of woven into the creature, as it's kind of like it's a creature born from the wood and has lived its time here. You see the creature behind on the other side stays in the bush as this creature kind of comes out, and he looks to Ash. This large, encumbersome creature looks down to Ash, and it looks at it handing the food, and it just like it's uninterested in the food, but now it kind of sits in front of Ash, and it kind of just looks towards him and kind of like cocks its head a little bit.
And I will try to say, motion like, "Hello, how are you? Are you fine? Are you hungry? Can I help?" I can only very simple thoughts can be communicated.
What part of that says that?
If they don't speak a language, may only be able to understand simple concepts. Oh no, if its intelligence is lower than 4, then yeah. But if its intelligence is lower and higher than 4, she can understand me just fine.
Oh, by any beast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So, is it 4 or lower or higher?
4 or lower, yeah.
Okay. So you find that this creature kind of gives you like a little like nod to like, hello, but doesn't respond, doesn't give any acclamation elsewise.
Ash, I don't know if we need you to adopt yet another creature right now.
But maybe we do.
Ash,
Are
we
you
not
well?
enough?
Do you need help? Would you like to come with us? Come with.
Kind of tilts its head. Kind of looks a little confused, but kind of looks at the party and it looks over to Akiko. And then he kind of just does the whole, like, you know, the cat thing where they just kind of like go down into their paws and they looks at Akiko like it's a praying creature and not the amaranthine kind of praying.
I'm gonna step behind Ty.
Who?
Or behind Remy.
Who? There's straight here? Who?
I would say no.
It's like a cat
That's
and
not
mouse.
food.
You say
Nope.
no, it kind of perks its head up to you. It's like,
We'll get you food. Food later. Not now.
Can I pull out some jerky from my rations, of which I have like 10?
okay.
I like shoved like 10 MREs in my bag.
Yeah. How do you pull it out?
I'm just gonna very carefully just and like unwrinkle the, you know, like whatever it's wrapped in. Set it
Oh my
down
god!
on the ground.
I'll cast speak with animals.
Sure. Where is that? Speak with animals.
I don't know why I forgot I had that.
All right, sure. So is this actually translated speech as I read
Yeah.
through this?
It's
Okay.
either can either say translators are like meow 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 meow.
Yeah. All right. So, sure. What do you say?
Are you how's the wood been? Any good prey?
Now he'll snap to you as like the words are being translated to him.
I'm just setting the food down on the floor. And then some meat? I don't know what it eats. What does it eat? Hopefully not us.
Akiko.
So he'll respond to you. What'd you say? Are you well? How is the prey? How is the wood?
Yeah. How's hunting?
He kind of just looks to you, and as he was like confused at first, and then he kind of looks and he says, "The wood is my domain. The prey is mine. You are in my wood. You are my prey."
What is it saying?
It's saying it wants to be our friend. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was your wood. Our sense of smell is not as good as y'all's. Like you're such a great hunter and very strong beast, but if we'll just leave your wood if y'all just let us pass.
Kind of looks.
We have
over.
our own wood over further in.
He kind of looks at Akiko. He says, "The rat is my prey. Do you wish to hold me from my prey?"
Now we'll get a little too. The rat is our prey. Sorry, not yours.
Guys,
He's
why is he
mine
looking at me?
for another day.
He kind of like focuses back onto you, and he kind of just gets a little close, and he looks at you. He's like, show me your teeth, Hedge. And this is kind of like a translation thing. It's kind of like, I guess the only way I can really explain it is like, roll me an intimidation check. Kind of like, kind of like bare
I'm holding
your
my
teeth at him
ground.
or something like that. Yeah. He kind of presses.
Let me hear
He
your
kind of
war
presses
cry.
you. He kind of presses you, and he's like, show me something.
And I'll use my inspiration, but it didn't matter.
You're 17.
Yeah.
Let me see your war face.
All right. Can you? So yeah. What do you do?
Since it's going down to me, I'll go over and like bump nose and go. "Ugh."
Okay. So he kind of. He kind of gets down, and he kind of gets in that like cat perched position where the hind legs are kind of pressed up, and you get down and you just get up to him and you go, "Ah!" and you bump right into his nose, and as you do, he kind of just shakes back. And he takes a step back. He takes a step back.
Ash, what is happening? Yeah.
Kind of perks up, and he takes some steps around, and that is your prey. And he turns and walks off into the bushes as he illusions back in and takes a walk off.
Oh my god, y'all, that was so nice. I haven't had a good talk with the little cat in a while.
Why did he keep looking at me?
Well, he said that
What?
you look very nice, and he really like how you dress. You have a lot of shiny stuff.
Such a fashion conscious kitty.
What just happened?
Well, we were going. This is his
Oh,
wood,
wait.
so he was wondering why we were here, and I was like, "We're just passing through, going to Owenwood," and then I was like, and he was like, "Oh my god, I really like that little your being there. He should just stay and like brush my hair, like he does his own, so nice and pretty." And I was like, "No, we kind of need him." You didn't hear it? You didn't hear? You don't understand meow meow?
No, none of us, I think,
no,
speak meow meow.
I'm a little rusty on my meow meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Maybe y'all can learn over in the avium when we go. It's like I got entered to like animal bee speak.
Sure.
Could I ask? Do we really need to adopt every creature we come across? Is this something that we need to do?
I mean, we don't have to adopt, but why would we kill little creatures when they don't need to be killed?
Well, if he was really wanting to be our friend, can we just like go and say good day, don't come with us?
Oh, he won't. He said he had a lot of things to do here. Was pretty hungry. Was gonna go eat later.
It's my concern.
Later.
It's fine. That's gonna
So
do
we
anything.
are
clear,
good
we're
to
gonna go?
continue then.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you hear he's like, "Bye. See you later. Come back."
Super
Safe
didn't
trip.
hear that. Did not understand a word that cat said. Okay, well, I'm going to continue on, I guess, if he's not going to come
Yeah.
back and eat us.
No. Why would he? Then you see him. He looks like a vegetarian, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Him
All
is
right,
fine.
you
I
all are-
continue on.
Yeah, you're all ready to go?
Hmm?
Sure. So you continue your way through the ancient forest. And you see all these, it's just these very, you recognize these creatures. They're strange. They're colorful. They glow. Some creatures that you didn't know could fly can fly. They have wings. Some burrow underground. Some just perch. Some just feed. It's a little strange. It's like taking a walk through a dream. But as you make it out, you start to make the clearing, and you see with a thick canopy top, you make a clearing, you make it out, and there's less foliage, as similar to the base of the Elder Heart. It has the mile-long clearing of the roots growing in the ground. You see the stone-like, tree-like structure of the avium. As this structure has no leaves, and Ash can inform you that unlike the Elder Heart that was birthed from wood and growth from the earth, the avium was birthed in a different way, where it calls upon the stone to create life and structure. As you approach, you see a number of interesting things. 4 floating dome-like areas, and a few floating like island structures with buildings on them. You all approaching towards the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give my student an
Himmy's
idea.
just following Ash.
Okay. As you approach, you notice the steps upwards. Also, everything seems made of stone. As you walk up the steps, 2 perch guard are sitting at the front, large double doors. As you're walking up, you see up off a perch comes floating down. Ash, someone familiar to you. This is Riss Birchwalker. Someone loosely familiar to you. So they say, "Oh, hello, adventurers! Welcome! We've been given word that you would all arrive." She looks towards, she's about to introduce herself. She says, "Oh, Ash, is that you?"
Yeah, it is. Oh my God! Hello, Professor Birchwalker. Like, it's been so long. How are you? How you been doing?
Ash, I didn't expect you to be part of what you must have done plenty since you left the avium.
Oh yeah, I had the family emergency, and then it led me over to where these guys were, and then they were asking for some adventure, and then I thought, I mean, I'm not a graduate yet, but I might be able to do something with the little magic y'all taught me.
Well, I'm happy to see that you've been able to grasp the magical concepts that were fleeting to you while you were in the class.
Yeah, well, something about the fresh air, maybe fighting for my life every day, really brought this ignited the spark in me more than studying did. Maybe I need more practical experience.
Ah, indeed. Well, it is good to see a former student of the avium come back with some magical prowess in their craniums. It's a pleasure. Welcome, everyone. I was informed, I was informed by the dean that you would all be arriving here shortly. It's good to see you made it here swiftly and safely. Come, please. Are you ready to go meet with the dean, or do you need anything right away?
Do you know where to find
Coffee grounds.
books on ancient stories?
Of course, the
Or is the
avium is
dean
home to the.
is the dean the best person to talk to about that?
Yes, the. As you know, there are certain protocols that we must go through, and
Lovely.
come just
Mm-hmm.
if you may. The avium is home to the largest library in all of the wood. Please come with me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Of course.
And as we're walking or flying, I'll cast fly on myself so I can fly with them. Do we happen to know anything about an aspect of fire? I know you're a very powerful summoner and conjurer, but we kind of ran afoul of one of them, or it.
I haven't heard that term in many years. Um, come. Let's make it inside the let's go inside the avium before we talk such. Please.
Yeah, knock on stone.
So she takes out this this pendant. It's in the shape of like a crest, made of like a silvery metallic material, and on the crest is a claw. And when she takes out this crest, she puts it up to the stone doors, and that crest gets imprinted on the doors, and the doors open up. She takes you inside to the main entrance hall. You see many pathways that leads up, down to other areas. She takes you behind a central area to a large, like circular stone inlet. And she says, "Come." You all step on the stone. She takes out the same pendant. You hear a little muttering, and the stone rises as you guys slowly ascend throughout the structure.
I'm sorry. I don't think we formally introduced ourselves. My apologies. It's been a long journey so far. My name is Remy. What is your name?
I am Professor Birchwalker. You may call me Reese.
Oh, Reese Birchwalker. Right. The Birdfolk Council mentioned you. You're a professor of conjuration, correct?
Yes, I do specialize in the study of conjuration.
Very interesting. We after we talk with the dean, if you would have a moment, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's possible.
Of course. This is why I believe you're here.
Yes. Let's speak with the dean first, but you might have valuable insights for us. Thank you.
Of course. Anything we need, we'll just set you up and get you ready for what you have to do. And as you see, you're climbing throughout the avium. You can see throughout the windows that you pass the advance what the ancient forest looks like from above, and it's similar to what you saw with interesting creatures that you can see kind of like disappearing out of sight because you're getting too high. You see all the way down to the Outer Heart. As the Outer Heart is a enormous overcoming land. You see this landmass, and you still see from going up the lift the plumage of black smoke from the scorched road. you make your stop towards the upper part of the avium, and you find yourself walking into what you presume is the dean's office, as it is a very large room with magically infused bracers that burn a like a yellowish orange glow. Not exactly like a burning fire, but just like a glow from the cauldrons that sit upon the walls. Get a largely decorated few chairs in front of a large, like red wooden oak desk. Not many things are wooden in these areas, but this desk is an old wooden desk with a tapestries hanging on the wall with pictures of other bird folk that have preceded. Behind these stacks and stacks of books, see a older middle-aged strig individual. I'm sorry, older middle-aged Sable Luma. He comes out and he's like, "Hello. It's good that you all have arrived. I've been expecting you. I am Dean of the Avium. You may call me Gabe Winsworth, if you may. It's very nice of you all to show up to my school. How are you all feeling? How are you all faring?"
It has been a long few weeks, but we are well for the moment.
We've come to hopefully acquire some information from your college here.
Indeed, I was informed, and I will be glad to help you all. Currently, many of the travel as... Ash, is that you?
My guy, it's me, Dean. How you doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you right away. Oh, it's a
Well,
pleasure to see you again.
I usually wear more clothes due to the uniform, so it's that's probably why you didn't recognize me.
Yes, it's indeed. How did the is everything okay? How did the emergency play out?
Well, I went over and my poor mother, she really needed the help. But sadly, when we were there, I was there in Window and Reach, because we went there just to give her more, because all the pollen and all the hearts kind of really doing something to her lungs. So I went over there and sat, and then we had to leave because of the problem at Ashborough and all the fires. I'm here trying to make sure everybody's safe.
Well, it is unfortunate how many issues have been coming and evolving from the Scorched Grove, but it's good to see you again. It's good to see you in good health.
Yeah, I mean, the tales I could tell. I'm hoping to come back maybe in a few more months when all this dies down a little bit. Might finish my studies.
Oh, that would be wonderful, and I'd hope you can finally grasp the magical prowess you just so fleetingly couldn't hold on to before you left.
I've come to better grips with it now. I'm think all the emergency and all the running and fighting for my life really gave me a little more oomph. You know, when you're seeing death in the eye, you kind of got to reach deep inside you for the magic, and sometimes it answers, and it did for me.
What a very, very good series of fortunate events. Well, in a cloud of unfortunate events, that is. Nonetheless. I do believe we should get down to business. I have been informed of the situation, and you are here, and you may have access to all the resources that we may be able to grant you. We have set up a dormitory for you all in case you need. We have set up group dorming or individual dorming, depending on what you all must procure. And I believe you would find that our library is one of the most extensive, most researched areas of knowledge you can find yourselves in. Now, just to be clear, there are certain areas you cannot go through unless you have these. And he'll hand you all 4 of these similar amulets that that Reese used to gain access to the areas that she walked through. He says you can use this to enter into any areas that you wish to enter as if you were a student. You can speak with any of our faculty members for any assistance to help, and you may use our resources as you wish. We cover many studies and much information that may be useful to you. So,
while we're here,
You kindly.
since we have Professor Birchwalker, maybe you can tell us about the aspect of fire, or what you know before we go to the library.
Well, as for us, we are not. There's not many of us that are very well versed in the aspect. It's not been something that has been mentioned in many, many years. So, let's say a lost relic of time, so you say. But I believe if you just do some research on the elemental creatures as a whole, you'll be able to learn something of it. Of course, if you need any extra help, you may speak with our librarian. Ash, you may remember him, Mordain Swiftgale. I'm not sure if you were a avid reader of your time in the school, but Swiftgale can help you locate any books you need in the library.
I've been in the library a few times. I don't know him. As
Good,
Ash
I wasn't
wondered-
sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you don't. As Ash says that and thinks inside like, oh yeah, all the times he's hidden in the library from all the bullying. Yeah, sure you don't. Remember that. Well, I'll talk to you later then, as we should probably go and do all the studying to make sure we take care of this as soon as possible.
Oh, so it took you a while to get here. It took you a little less than a day to get here, so it is a little late. So, say if you guys want to acquaintance yourselves to the dormitories, you may take the night for off if you wish, as the library is currently closed. Yada yada. So.
Yes, I will go to my rooms. Are we doing share? Are we bunking up, or are we doing separate?
Well, I'll definitely take a separate room.
Remy, you want to go sleep in my
Sharing
room?
rooms? What is that?
I have space.
Sure, Ash. I think we should probably all at least have one other person in our room. I mean, even though we are in somewhat of a civilized place, I don't want to take their hospitality for safety, especially with what we've seen.
right.
So I would rather us all stay together, but
I mean, we can do
Kiko
that. It's probably
have
better.
his own room.
We've
I think that would probably be
I think
best.
would be okay. Share rooms again,
Yeah.
Kiko?
We have to. I mean,
What was so
I
fun
mean,
last
Akiko
time?
is the only one that snores, so before we leave, I'd just like to say, Dean Winsworth, do you mind if I have a quick word with you in private?
Of course, you may. So, If you all like, you can be led out of the room and start heading towards where the dorms are. Yes, a young, willful mind.
My name is Remy. I hail from Meadowfen. We were given information that Reese Birchwalker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were given information from the Birdfolk Council that Reese Birchwalker was a professor of conjuration here at the aviary. Is that correct?
Why, yes. As we do have many general studies with a lot of our professors, we do have specialties. As we do currently have a specialist in conjuration, such as Professor Birchwalker.
Right. How trustworthy is Professor Birchwalker?
I'm sorry. Did you just ask how trustworthy one of my professors are?
Yes, I did. We have reason to believe that not necessarily Reese, but there is a somewhat powerful person or being that is connected to the summoning of the aspect of fire, and I want to make sure that all of the powerful conjurers in the area are accounted for, and the specialist in charge of conjuration at the aviary. What is it called? The
Avium.
Aviary.
Avium.
Avium. God. At the avium is to be trusted. Is that something that we can confirm?
I believe all of my professors are accounted for. If you'd like to see, as we just discussed, Professor Birchwalker is a specialist in conjuration magic. And we do have another professor that specializes very well in certain necromantic the schools of magic, although it is very necromancy is not so banned as it is carefully practiced, as necromancy itself is seen as evil in its sense, but it is used as a similar tool as other magics will be used. You've come late, so it doesn't. You haven't seen it yet today, but we do. Here at the Avium, we do have previous scholars and students and teachers that when they pass due to natural causes, they, so to say, donate themselves to the Avium to continue working in research and such. So you'll see what we call servitor skeletons as like old skeletal folk that have been reanimated to work in the Avium. And this specialty is looked over by Professor Nightsteed, for she holds the specialty of necromancy in her abilities. And if you would like, we have
all right.
We have a divination specialist as Professor Revane.
Can you spell that one for me?
Revayne. Yes, he tends to.
All right.
As they all participate in general studies of magic practitioners, they have their subsets and specialties, and their duties nonetheless, and they all participate through those duties.
Fantastic. I know that one of my companions will have an interest in maybe speaking to your divination expert. I think she has a knack for it and might want to learn a bit more. I know I will want to speak to Professor Nightstead,
The necromancy.
and Professor Birchwalker at some point in the next day or so. Would you be able to summon both of them for additional questions, just to make sure that we are all on the same page?
Well, I can possibly set something up, as they still do have their duties they need to take care of here at the Avium. If you would like to compile all of your thoughts and try and use the library as your main resource, and then come back with your research, and we can discuss it over that.
Of course. I think that is a good course of action. I will catch up with my party. Thank you for your consideration.
Of course.
All right. Where'd they go? Okay.
All right, so you catch up to them outside, and you get brought up to the dormitory, which is... I'm lost. Yes, so you go back onto the cylindrical platform that you took up, and Birchwalker is going to bring it down to one level lower, to the central part of the Avium, which is going to be like this layout. If you look at it, this is going to be your dormitory area. So there's multiple rooms and areas that you can. And what did you guys decide on? Bunking together?
Yeah, I think so.
I suppose so.
All right.
Doesn't seem truly
I
necessary.
mean, is it like one?
Yeah.
Like, is this like this setting here? Is this like one apartment that we could all share?
No, it's a. So you have options. You can get like a bunk room with like 4 beds in them, or you can get a bunk room with 2 beds in them, or you can get a room with 1 bed.
Okay, so it's kind of like the Hogwarts house setups.
Yes.
It's like the main room and then the branch out. Okay.
Yeah. Give me one sec. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to take bottom bunk.
Oh yeah. And
Okay.
as you guys go in, I will just actually just take the
there's bugs.
dresser, put it in front of the door, take a bed, put it in front of the door, look at the window, close it, make sure there's a cloth on the floor. Yeah, let me just do this just to be safe, y'all.
Ash, what? Why all the precaution? Are we not safe here at your college?
I mean, well, last time I just precautions, last time this happened, I would have like guys throw like eggs at me and throw like little spiny balls at me through the windows, and I've had people open the door and then throw water at me. So like, just to be safe, y'all.
Was college not a very good time for you, my dear?
I mean, I learned it was fun enough.
Okay. But maybe not many friends made.
No.
No. Well, you are here with friends now.
Yeah. Usually you stay at the library, because people don't usually go to the library, so it was pretty safe there.
Well, hopefully it is safe still, since I think that is where we will be spending most of our time, perhaps.
Yeah, I really wonder how he's doing. Like, I know he had a problem with his grandson when I last left. I wonder how it's going.
Who, the librarian?
Yeah, Swiftgale. Was that it? No. Gabe?
No, Swiftgale is the librarian,
Mordain.
but
Yeah, he's talking about the librarian.
Mordain. Okay. Yeah, he had a problem with his grandson last I left. We were just talk a little bit, since I was one of the only ones that really went to the library.
Well,
Dang, shift scale.
she's gonna just eye all the furniture stacked up in front of the door. Hopefully, we will be safe for the evening, and no one will be throwing eggs at us or spiky balls. But Himi is going to get some rest. Remy, are you going to cook us some coffee in the morning?
I think I can, yes. Ash, would you like me to set up my defenses in case someone tries to sneak in, or do you think that would be a little overkill?
I mean, I think this is enough. It's always worked for me.
Okay, I mean, honestly, if someone's going to come in here, barge into our dormitory room, and try to assail you in your sleep with us sleeping around you, I would rather kill them than keep them out.
Why do y'all always wanted to kill?
Well,
I've had. It's almost like I don't know how it is with y'all, but I've seen way too many people die before I even hit 10. I really don't want to kill anymore if I have a chance.
That is a wonderful outlook, dear.
I guess that's fair.
I think it was little Kafer. He died while the roots fled over, and we couldn't really get him out in time. That was Humby, and I think she had a fever, and we did our best to get some vegetables so that she would get better, but she died like the second time around, and she had a little spots in her tongue too. Oh my God! And then Diana, she fell down while we were doing a little trick over by the canopy, and she fell down into the roots. That was quite bad.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, Derek too. We were doing a trick and we went climbing one of the fences, and he slipped. And actually, it was one of those fences that have the spikes on them, and he fell, and we couldn't really do much about him. We had to run before he got caught.
Okay. That's quite a bit of information, Ash.
Yeah.
I'm
so
sorry.
Why do you guys want to kill more? There's no reason to kill things.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we are all protected. I suppose it was overkill.
Literally.
Just want to make sure my friends are safe.
I can talk us out of anything.
I'm going to do a little bit of tinkering before bed. I can take first watch if we're going to keep watch tonight.
Why would we? Aren't we in the college? Isn't this a safe space?
Well,
if you two would like to take, if Remy, if you and Ash want to take first watch, Kiko, you and I could take it up the next watch.
I suppose. Though I feel this is all unnecessary.
I mean, if you guys want to risk it, we have all the furniture stacked up in front of the door. Remy can do his clever little hat trick.
Are we worried about an attack or worried about bullies?
I think we'll be fine.
Well,
I don't think nobody really knows where he
What's the difference, Akiko? What's the difference?
Well, then Himi is going to sleep.
One of them will try to kill us. The other ones will throw water at us.
I mean, sure, that's fine for you, Kiko, but I don't really have that much money, and I really got a very small stipend. So once they destroy my books, they don't really have any for the semester. So water can cost a lot. Not just water for some people.
Okay. I think we'll be fine. I am going to set up the hat just in case just so it's ready. And then I suppose I'll. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
I'll make coffee in the morning.
Can you make that beforehand so you just have it right there and you can drink it the second you wake up?
No, because that won't be. It'll be cold, and that kind of coffee's gross.
Himmy's gonna
I
just
wouldn't know.
tuck into bed and pull the covers up over her head.
Yeah,
Ash will fall asleep to you.
jumping up to my bed, going to sleep before anything else crazy happens.
Before bed, I'm going to pull off my my pack, my backpack, and just gonna do some enchanting work on it. And then an hour goes by, and I create a bag of holding for myself.
Didn't you already have a bag of holding?
No, that's been shattered. We haven't had a bag of holding this entire time, but now we do.
All right, great. All right, then if everyone is so you're gonna like tinker tatter a little bit and pull some strings, get a little wood branches, and clock up some material that you made, and boom, you're enchanting yourself something interesting. Bag of holding, I may say. Everyone else sets themselves up for sleep. Remy puts his hat down, gives it a little pat, thinks about really thinks about his past when he looks at the hat a little bit, and then says goodnight. We all wisp off into a dreamy night. And I think we're going to end it there because the next part is going to take us into like a longer part of the session and we wouldn't be able to end on time. So we'll just end it there for now and we'll set up next time ready for the research.